We're going to try something different today since we've kind of been deviating from the music and whatnot. So I figured this week I'd give you guys something special. This is something I worked on for a while. I'm kind of going to debut it at the shows that I got in North America planned. It's not something that's going to be recorded because it was written together with a friend of mine who actually is going to be recording it himself in a different way, in a different version. The words are mine, and I actually gave it to him to record. But this is a part of me. I can't believe the things you hold on to. You keep them so fixed in your mind. You walk away without even listening. We knew there was only one side. You can't relate. You even want to. Is the truth? Stay away. Here we go again. Back in the beginning, with the twisting and turning I say. There was a time when you would protect me from all that was wrong in this life. Those days are gone, you lost in memory. Oh, now nothing can do is quite right. I should go, but I should stay here. These things between us are falling away. I would give anything I could see that there is a part of you, there is a part of me, there is a part of you, there is a part of me. I'm holding on. It's easy when I see myself in your eyes. It looks nothing like me. It's all you created. Is it maybe good to despise? When it comes, I remember what I wish I could be. Here we go again. Back in the beginning, if only you let yourself stay. There was a time you would protect me from all that was wrong in this life. Those days are gone, you're lost in memory. You're not nothing I do is quite right. So I wanted to retract what I had said earlier today. Black Sabbath actually just recently came out with a new single, and it's close to 9 minutes long. And for the longest time, I was constantly criticized for how long my music was, and everything had to be condensed and refined, and it was kind of grueling in the studio to do that, because that's the only way that you can get radio play. Radio play is like 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes, 4.5 if they're extremely generous, unless you were Led Zeppelin and you had something like Stairway to Heaven. Uh, I've been bitter about that for a while. So I was a little annoyed that Black Sabbath came out with their 9 minute song and whatnot. But you know what? A friend of mine actually, and a bunch of other people that commented, kind of changed my perspective on it. To be honest, I think that's kind of the way it should be. That's the way art should be. We should refine our art. There's no question about that. But there are certain songs I think that are longer. And that's just the way they should be. And it shouldn't be that radio stations dictate to us how our art should be. So, yeah, much respect to them for doing that. Okay, so I know we're a little bit late with it, but you know, better late than never again. I'm sorry it's been once again a busy week and I wasn't able to get this out on Thursday. I'm hoping that song, and you guys can tell me whether you liked it or not, will make up for it. Kicking off this week, we have Karen Grulspang, I think. Grulspang, maybe she's German, I don't know, and I apologize if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly. Her question is as follows. How did you get over your fear of opening up yourself to others? Your songs are so easy to relate to, as if based on personal experiences that we all share. How did you release the fear of being judged by others? Have an amazing day. And this is actually, I think, one of the best questions that I've gotten so far, to be honest. Um, and you're dead on right. My songs are extremely personal. I always wrote them as a form of therapy for myself to try to get over and process various experiences that I had encountered in my life. And I was always very hesitant to share my work. I've actually been rather vocal about that because of how personal it's been. And I don't really hide behind any form of metaphor. So basically, it's just, yeah, very personal. It's very much me. And I felt there was like no room for doubt or anything. It was just, I felt myself really bearing my soul and being kind of naked in front of pretty much everyone. And it's been a process. Growing up, I actually always wanted to be a storyteller of a sort. I wanted to write books. Stephen King was one of my huge favorites at the time and one of my mentors, I guess, to a certain extent. I very much wanted to be a writer like Stephen King, but I became way too critical for my work. But I had this passion to share my work with others. There's no greater joy than not only creating something, but sharing it with others and kind of seeing it through their eyes. And that was a tremendous thing that I had throughout the years. So basically, with the music, so I'd constantly be conflicted between something that was very deeply personal, but on the other hand, this desire to really share it with the world. And ultimately, that's kind of what helped me overcome it, that desire. And slowly but surely, I started out basically doing concerts and sharing some of my most personal things. Soon enough, Among Them was actually one of my most personal songs. And I started doing it just for friends and family. And I used to only play Soon Enough for select audiences that I felt comfortable with, and then I felt that I could reveal it to. And eventually, it just got easier. There are certain songs that I still connect with very emotionally, like that one. It's still fresh. I haven't performed it very often, and it's very, very personal about a relationship that I have. And it continues to blow my mind that despite one's thinking that one's personal experiences are incredibly unique to them alone, it turns out that a whole great number of people can relate. which is pretty amazing. And that's why I'm continued to be blown away by the feedback that I get for the music in general. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's basically, when you have the desire to do something that outweighs your fear of something, that basically just, does it all. And it basically allows you to do things that you wouldn't necessarily be comfortable doing otherwise. It's not easy, but you get used to it to a certain extent and you get over it. Okay, well, since I gave that feature, whatever, I think that's pretty much all we have time for. I just once again wanted to make a few announcements. I still have the video contest that's up. You guys can win a chance to get a Skype concert kind of like this, basically, where you guys get to pick the songs and decide, what it is that you'd like to hear. You can even ask me a few questions too. I'll give you about 30 to 35 minutes. And all you have to do is upload a video like this one, telling me a little bit about yourself, telling me how you discovered my music, what is your favorite song or songs, and why. Pretty much upload it to YouTube, get as many friends as possible to watch it and like it and share it and that sort of thing. And yeah, you could win a Skype concert. We have Brett, who is currently in the lead, last I checked at least, with well over 100 hits at this point. And yeah, it's really a fantastic opportunity for me to be able to meet you guys too. I've enjoyed the videos that have been done so far tremendously, and you guys just keep them coming. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, I hope that you guys can do that as well. So yeah, the North American tour is next month. I'm getting really excited for it. I'm still putting the finishing touches on all the various logistics and whatnot. So just a reminder, basically I'm starting out May 11th at the Stovepiper Lounge in Northridge, California, which is just outside of LA. It's on a Saturday night, so my hope is that even those people that are in Hollywood or elsewhere can kind of drive out there. It's a little bit easier and more convenient than during the week. Then on the 19th, I'm in Chicago for the first time since I was a kid. I actually haven't played there as an adult before, so this should be very exciting. And that's going to be at the Elbow Room, which is sort of like in Lakeview on the border of Lincoln Park. That's on the 19th. That's Sunday the 19th, starting at 8. And then I have on the 21st at Livewire Lounge, which is just this really cool place that was really highly recommended, and the owner is just a really fantastic guy. I hope those who can't make the Sunday night show, can come out to that one as well. Can come out to that one, and those who actually can make both, and by all means, the more the merrier. There should be different interesting stuff in both nights. And then finally, I'm coming out to Prince George, Canada, for a special 94X sponsored show. Really excited about that. Prince George was the first place to play soon enough. It got into heavy rotation there and was actually placed in the top 94 songs of 2011. So the least I could do is kind of fly out there. I'm really excited about that. I've never been to Canada before, and that part of the country is really supposed to be pretty beautiful. And yeah, and that's about it. Yeah, the last thing I just wanted to ask people is that I'm really looking for more people to help promote the music. There are all kinds of interesting tactics and whatnot that I've learned. Among them is very simply picking 10 of your friends that you think might like my music off Facebook, sending each of them a private message with a link to my music, either my Reverb Nation page or just simply my Facebook page, just a chance so they can kind of sample the music, and then get them to add me. There's a function on, there's a feature on Facebook that basically you can suggest me to those same friends so that they can easily add me afterwards. And a whole bunch of people have done that, and as a result of that, I don't know if you guys have noticed, my likes on my Facebook page have increased tremendously. The music video avalanche is still out for those who haven't seen it. You can also share that. That's actually a fantastic way of introducing me to someone, introducing my music to someone. And yeah, we're continuing to get a number of hits on that. We've pretty much hit about 6,000 hits at this point, and so I'm hoping for that to grow even further. And yeah, it's completely dependent on your help. We're a grassroots operation. Friends bring friends, and we're all part of this whole little community that I've really, really grown to love tremendously. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I hope you enjoyed this special little performance. This is kind of where I do all my writing and whatnot. And yeah, hope to speak to you too. Yeah, hope to speak to you soon. Take care, guys. Bye bye.